Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Last time we talked about my top 5 ice types. This time, we're talking about my top 5 steel types. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First on our list is number 5, and that's Kartana. Kartana was introduced in Generation 7 as an Ultra Beast. It's also the smallest Ultra Beast of them all. Well, not counting the Cosmog line, which they're a little weird anyway. In any event, Kartana is based on origami, which is the Japanese art of paper folding. It's also based on samurai too. Both of these traits are seen just by looking at it. I actually really like the blend of these two themes. Even though paper is thin and frail, it can actually really cut you too. Just like a sword. Kartana is actually one of the very few reasons I regret getting Ultra Moon over Ultra Sun. I wish I could actually visit the Ultra Forest and see where it lives. I'd like to think that depending on their mood, Kartana actually changed the way they look occasionally, folding into all different kinds of shapes and poses. An interesting note about it is that it's the only Pokemon that can learn Cut by level up. And for all these reasons, it's my number 5 spot on this list. Next up on our list is number 4, and that's Steelix. I've always liked its pre-evolution Onix due to being owned by Brock in the anime, but Steelix is just way cooler. You get Steelix by trading Onix with the item Metal Coat. Steelix is just so cool. With its giant jaw and deep red eyes, it's just so intimidating. And since it's gray, it kind of really does look like it's been coated in metal. Also, its body has been stated to be harder than any other kind of metal. And if that wasn't enough, it even gets a Mega Evolution, which is always a plus in my book. When it Mega Evolves, it gets even bigger and heavier. And on top of that, it looks like even the metal kind of bursts off of it. And from underneath, you actually see that it has crystals coming out of it too. Honestly, if Mega Evolutions were permanent forms, Steelix would be way higher on this list. I really love Mega Steelix so much. But with that said, it's my number 4, and that's actually still pretty good. Now we move on to number 3, and that's Magearna. Magearna was the first Gen 7 Pokemon to be revealed, and was actually revealed prior to Gen 7 being announced. Magearna is known as the artificial Pokemon, and was built 500 years prior to the main story. While its body may be mechanical, it's got a soul heart inside of it, bringing it to life. I decided that Magearna had to be on this list. It's literally made out of metal. A major reason I like Magearna is because it is literally a robot. That is just super cool. Robots are awesome, and Magearna is a Pokemon too, so that just makes it doubly awesome. In addition to that, it's got an alternate coloring. It's said that this coloring is what it looked like originally when it was built 500 years ago. Honestly, if I had to pick between colors, I would choose its original colors. The red and gold accents are just really pretty, and I hope that we get it eventually. While at this point it might seem a little late, I'd still welcome the event if it came. Now on to my number 2 spot, and that's Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is the evolved form of Ferroseed, and it's known as the Thorn Pod Pokemon. Ferrothorn is based off of the durian fruit, and that's where it gets its grass typing from. I have to admit, I had a hard time deciding whether I would put this in the grass typing or in the steel typing lists. But despite its origins from the durian fruit, I think I like it as a steel type way more. I like that its steel typing comes from the fact that it's all spiky and hard on the outside. It makes its ability, Iron Barbs, even more thematic. And if you put the item Rocky Helmet on it, that does even more damage when the opponents attack you. And with its base defense being as high as it is, that's really great. Ferrothorn joins the long list of Pokemon that I really want to use one day, but never have gotten the chance to. Both Ferrothorn and its pre-evolution Ferroseed are 2 of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon out of all of them. One day, they'll definitely make it on a team. And now on to my number 1 spot in my top 5 steel type Pokemon, and that's Celesteela. Celesteela is also known by its codename UB Blaster, and that means it's another Ultra Beast. Gen 7 really did bring a lot of my favorite Pokemon to life. Celesteela is known as the launch Pokemon, and it is 30 feet tall, at least. And there's a good reason for that. That's because it's based off of a rocket ship. It's also based off of bamboo, which is known for growing really high. Apparently, according to the Ether Foundation, its most distinctive feature is gas that it stores up in its arms, and that's how it blasts off like a rocket. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you can get Celesteela in its home world, and that's known as Ultra Crater, located in the Ultra Wormhole. I honestly just really like Celesteela a lot. I think both its steel type and flying type match perfectly, especially since it's based off of a rocket. Also, I just recently watched the episode of the anime where Sophocles finds one, and it just makes me love it even more. Space exploration is super cool, and a Pokemon based off of that is even cooler. And it's really for all those reasons that it's my number 1 steel type Pokemon. Alright guys, those are my top 5 steel type Pokemon. What did you think? The steel type is actually one of my favorite types, so I'm actually glad that this is my second one to do for this series. I had a blast going through all the steel types and figuring out which ones I really like the most. Comment below what you think of my list and let me know what your top 5 steel types are. Also, now that you know my top 5 steel type Pokemon, go back and watch my top 5 ice type Pokemon video. There's some pretty neat Pokemon in that video too. I'll leave a link not only in the description, but also in a little card here somewhere on the video. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, that would be much appreciated. And if you want to see more of what I do, then remember to hit the subscribe button and click the bell. That way, you'll get notifications when I upload a video. Well, that's it from me. I hope you guys had a great time. I will see you guys in another video.